Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Comix Showdown, a place where age-old arguments get settled, but really only one kind of argument. Who would win in a fight? Goku versus Superman, Batman versus Punisher, Spider-Man versus Mr. Fantastic, me versus Queen Comics Wife's Spoon. Those will all be answered and settled right here, in the arena. Tonight's matchup is one of the longest ongoing debates in all of nerddom, in all of comics, in all of entertainment. Two of Marvel's strongest, toughest, most durable brawlers that aren't named the Hulk. So I'll get on with it and introduce tonight's opponents for you. First, in the red corner, this colossal figure is a proud member of the X-Men and knows how to work as a team, but can go it alone and fight toe-to-toe with most anyone if he has to. When in his powered form, standing at 7'5", weighing 500 pounds, Colossus! And in the blue corner, he is a member of Marvel's first family, and arguably the heart and soul of it too. With skin as tough as rocks on the outside, he can sure take a beating, but at his core, he is a humble soul. Unless you mess with his family, then it's clobbering time. Hailing from Yancey Street, standing at 6 foot even, also weighing in at 500 pounds, The Thing! Now, before we get into the fight, let's take a look at these two powerhouses a bit closer. Colossus, aka Piotr, or Peter in English, Rasputin. He first appeared on the scene in Giant X-Men #1 back in 1975. As a mutant, his mutation allows him to turn his body into organic steel, and while it makes him larger, this form also grants superhuman strength, immense durability, and a seemingly never-ending source of stamina. He is one of the X-Men's trump cards in any physical encounter. And we have his opponent, The Thing, also known as Ben Grimm. He made his first appearance with Marvel's first family back in 1961 in the Fantastic Four #1. As a trained military pilot, he was piloting a starship for his former college roommate and friend Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and Johnny Storm on an exploratory trek through space testing theories about interstellar travel. As a result, they were all exposed to violent radiation in a cosmic ray storm, which gave them all different superhuman abilities, turning Ben into a living, breathing rock man. Due to his rocky transformation, the Thing was imbued with superhuman strength, also immense durability like his opponent, and an incredibly large stamina reserve to boot. Now that all that's out of the way, let's set the stage for what will be a brawl of epic proportions. For this fight, I figure since both combatants are pretty much even in physicality and are both durable against damage from most things and forces, they will be inside a large adamantium cage, one of the few materials that is stronger than both fighters' bodies. There are no weapons provided, but if there is any debris or rubble from the battle, both men can use it however they see fit. Now let's turn it over to our referee, who's gonna get this fight started just the way we like it, short and sweet.
Let's get it on!
Now this battle is nothing less than a pure slugfest between two of the physically strongest beings on Earth in the Marvel Universe, exchanging punches back and forth, both with skin that absorbs most damage. If there is a break in the punches being thrown around, Colossus could take advantage of his skilled combat training that he undergoes with fellow members of the X-Men, with various fighting techniques and also grappling styles. After about 15 hours or so into a massive brawl of the two of them just going back and forth, exchanging punches, kicks, and slams, this is where durability and stamina is really put to the test. Now, the Thing does have a similar stamina to Colossus, but it just is not on the same level. Colossus can go for days at a time without rest if needed in some cases. The Thing tires quicker, probably around the 24-hour mark if he was going non-stop, maybe a little less. Knowing this, he tries to take Colossus to the adamantium cage with his above-average intellect and brute force, knows that he can do more damage if he's able to slam Colossus and parts of his body repeatedly into the indestructible cage, as it is one of the most durable and strongest metals in the universe. As the Thing takes a step back and then charges forward, Pushing Colossus back towards the cage, Colossus digs his heels into the ground, trying to resist being pushed back, and digging up part of the ground under his feet in the process. As Colossus tries to resist the push towards the cage, the Thing taps into his full strength, which is manifested any time he lets loose emotionally. And this fight has been dragging on long enough. Ben Grimm wants to get it done and over with, and as he lets out his rage and frustration, he uses this burst of rage-filled strength to lift and ram Colossus into the adamantium cage, doing considerable damage as Colossus lets out a painful yelp. The Thing, now thoroughly in control, is trying to make quick work of Colossus while he has this increased strength, as he knows he is tiring. Colossus, who is battered and bruised from taking repeated blows from both the Thing and the adamantium cage, is at the verge of tiring as well. But he knows that the same can be said for his opponent, as he can feel the Thing's blows are letting up ever so slightly. So, with his advanced combat training from being part of the X-Men, Colossus times the next swing from the Thing just right and counters with a quick and powerful head clap, stunning the Thing for a moment, but that moment is all Colossus needs. As he rolls away from Ben Grimm, getting behind him and picking up some of that debris from earlier when he dug his feet in, he starts pelting the Thing as hard as he can with the rubble, targeting the face, getting Grimm to move back inch by inch towards the cage. As Colossus throws the final piece, he rushes the Thing, grabbing his arm while he's stunned by the projectiles to the face, and Colossus initiates an arm lock behind the Thing's back, and now proceeds to slam him into the adamantium barrier. With the Thing near his limits in terms of stamina, and having now received repeated tastes of the adamantium cage himself, as it breaks off pieces of his rocky skin with each impact, Ben Grimm can take no more, and falls to one knee and concedes. As he reaches out to Colossus in a sign of respect to shake his hand, admitting defeat. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I give you our winner in an incredibly close bout, closer than we may ever see, Colossus! This bout ultimately came down to the fact that Colossus can just exert himself at the same level for longer than the Thing can. But in a different scenario, maybe in a different environment, Ben Grimm could definitely turn the tables and take the fight if he could keep it a quick one. But this time, it was all about who could last longer. Please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe or the follow, depending upon what platform you're watching this on, and share, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. But thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you all. And as they say in one of my favorite fighting shows from the 90s, good night and good fight.